Brazil Supreme Court convicts ex-president Bolsonaro in coup case. The former president of Brazil, Jair Bolsonaro, has been sentenced to 27 years in prison for plotting a military coup against his political opponent in the South American democracy. So that is a big update that is coming in from South America. And as we know that ex-president Jair Bolsonaro has been convicted in the coup case, and he has been sentenced to 27 years in prison for plotting a military coup against his political opponent in the South American democracy. So that is a big update that we are getting in from South America, where former president Jair Bolsonaro has been convicted in a coup case, and let me go across to Sanjay Suri. Sanjay, how do you see this?
Well, this is something that has been building up within Brazil, and we've had President Lula speaking very firmly that the government is pursuing the case, but the decision was taken by the Supreme Court in Brazil. President Lula had been saying that the Supreme Court is independent, it will take its own decision, and it will do so independent of the government in Brazil, and that is important certainly in itself as a separation of the judiciary from the state, but certainly in a political context, because the reason that Brazil has been hit with 50% tariffs is because Trump said he was opposed to the prosecution of Bolsonaro. This is something that the US has taken a very aggressive position on, and again today, just in as of a few minutes back, we've had Secretary of State Marco Rubio comment on this and said that there will be reprisals, that the US will take a position. So we are expecting the US to take now more hostile steps against the Brazilian government because of this conviction. It's not likely that the Brazilian government will seek to undo this. It's not clear that they can, even if they want to. This is something that the Supreme Court in Brazil has decided, but the government in Brazil certainly will have to face the consequences of steps that the US government is certain to take against Brazil following this conviction.
Sanjay, Bolsonaro earlier said that he is a victim of political persecution, and Donald Trump also said that it is a political witch hunt that has been going on against him. How do you see that?
Well, this has been certainly their defense. Bolsonaro denied that there was any attempt by him to launch a coup or to unseat the government through undemocratic means. That certainly was his defense, and in that defense, he had a strong, if dubious, ally by way of Trump and the US government. This defense was presented in the Supreme Court through hearings that stretched for quite a bit, and over the course of many hearings, that was an argument, that was a defense that Bolsonaro presented to the court. That has been overruled. The court held that there is evidence against him that the court is convinced of, and that then led to the conviction.